Sadler at Rivercity Pilates in North Liberty, Iowa. With me today is my husband Jeff, and I'm going to teach Jeff and you a little intermediate mat workout that's a great little workout to do at home. This is definitely not a beginner workout. It's assuming that you have kind of those basic Pilates fundamentals down and that you know your working level. I'll definitely give some cues for where you can adjust for that working level as we go. All right, let's get started. Jeff, we're going to have you lay down on the mat, head down at this end, and we will get warmed up with our hundreds. So let's take, you can have legs at tabletop or you can start with legs straight. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, curl up into a curl and start pumping those arms. Inhale for 5 pumps of the arms and then exhale for 5. We're going to shoot for that full 100. If you need to take a rest or adjust the legs, you can always adjust along the way. We're doing that inhale for 5 big pumps of the arms and exhaling for 5, deepening the belly. Nice big pumps so that you're fanning somebody with those arms. If you need to, you can take tabletop legs, you can take the legs a little higher, or if you need a little challenge, you can always lower them down a little bit. We're going to do 3 more breaths. Inhaling for 5, filling up with that breath, and then as you exhale, that hot exhale where you squeeze that breath out, deepening the belly. Inhaling for 5, and then that nice deep exhale. One last one right here, big inhale, and then that deep exhale, squeezing out every last drop of breath. We're going to give those legs just a little bit of a hug in. We're going to go right into our roll-up, stretching the legs long on the mat, flexing those feet. Yep, and if you want, you can start in that up position, reaching with those arms. As Jeff inhales, he's going to start rolling back. Inhale for half, exhale, rolling down, and then coming right back up, rolling through the spine, getting that full body stretch. Inhale for half, staying low, like you're ducking under a low ceiling, and then rolling down, having that nice strong flex of the feet as you stretch forward and then staying low and just unrolling the spine. We're going to do 2 more. Everyone, you just get a little more of that breath, a little more of that movement through your back. We're going to do 1 more full one. Inhale for half, exhale, stretch forward, and then rolling to the mat, getting ready for our single leg circles. We'll take those arms beside us on the mat. Right leg up to the ceiling, softly pointed. If you need to adjust the left leg, you can always bend it a little bit or adjust as you need. We're going to go across the body with that leg and then circle the leg down and around. Inhale for about a third, exhale to a circle. Reaching long. You can let the hip lift a little as it comes across and then find that control. We're going to pause and then reverse on that next one. Inhale to the outside, exhale to circle. We'll shoot for 5 in each direction. That nice flowing movement, inhaling and exhaling, your working level, how big you take them, and then we'll switch legs. So go ahead and take a moment. You can scissor kick to switch legs, or you can just switch them out. Inhale, go across the body, exhale to circle. That hip can lift a little, get a little bit of that swinging action, but making sure you're really controlling it, keeping your shoulders on the mat, really pressing those arms in. We'll do 1 more. Let's reverse. Inhale to the outside, exhale to circle. Every breath, every movement coordinated. Inhaling and exhale. Good. We got 2 more there to get to our 5. And then we'll take that foot all the way down to the mat. Reach the arms overhead and do a nice little roll up to come up to sitting. Inhale halfway, exhale to curl up, scooch to the front of your mat, and just make sure you have room to roll. We're going to go right into our rolling like a ball. Find your balance position. You can hug in nice and tight. That'll be a little more challenging or a little more open. When you're ready, we're going to inhale to roll back through the spine, and then exhale to curl forward. That big breath on our rolling like a ball, just massaging your spine into the mat. Every breath you get that deeper curl. You can always challenge by pulling those legs in a little tighter. We're going to do 1 more. Little balance at the top as we transition. We're going to grab the right leg and roll down for single leg stretch. Outside hand toward the ankle, inside hand on the leg. Really pull it in. You're going to inhale for 1 and then exhale for the other. Pull the leg in and curl that little bit more and then switch. That inhale and exhale. Let's speed it up a little. Let's inhale leg and leg, exhale leg and leg. Full breath. That inhaling for 2, exhaling for 2. We're going to do 1 more more big inhale, and one more big exhale, and then hug both legs in. Take a little mini rest if you need it on the neck. Double leg stretch next. We're gonna curl up tight. Hug those legs in almost like a ball. Double leg stretch, tips of those shoulder blades on the mat. Inhale, the arms and legs are gonna stretch out, keeping your curl, and then exhale, pull the legs back in. Maybe your tail even lifts up a little bit as you pull in. Get that big expansive breath, and circle. We're gonna do two more, circling and reaching with those arms. One more time. Hug the legs in and then take a little rest. You can just rock yourself up to sitting. We're gonna go right into our spine stretch next. Find a comfortable spot. If you need to adjust your legs, bend them as you need. Flex your feet, strong flex. Arms can go. Let's take arms to the mat. So we'll kind of bring them palms in front of you a little bit. Nice and tall on the inhale. As you exhale, you're gonna do a triple exhale. We're gonna exhale. And then big inhale to stack tall. Squeezing out that breath. And then every inhale lifting up. Exhale, exhale, and exhale. So those exhales, as you finish them off, you just go that little bit further every time. Let's do one more there. On the last one, take a stretch. If you want to grab your legs and just adjust as you need. Take an active stretch here. Pull your belly up and in as you hold on. So you feel that spine stretch. And we'll take one more big breath on there. And then go ahead and just stack back up. Roll up, find that nice tall spine. We're going to go right to open leg rocker. Bring the legs together. Bend them in, and you can grab behind your calves or even behind your thighs. And we're going to just stretch the legs. We're going to go right into it. Find your working level, bend them if you need, and then we'll rock back and forth. We're going to do 5. Inhale, exhale to curl back up. Rolling back and forth through the spine. More of a challenge to inch the hands up higher. We can always adjust as you need on there. First and foremost, find that rolling back and forth through the spine. And we'll do one more there. We're going to do a little pause at the top. Bring the legs together. This is your transition to corkscrew. Walk down those legs. Hands either to the mat if you want a little extra support. Slide them under your hips. We're going to take and circle the legs. We're going to inhale, reach the legs to the right. Exhale, circle down and around, and then reverse. Reach and circle. This is your working level. How big they are. Make sure the belly's up and in that reach. And so we're going to do one more in each direction. Good. Hug those legs in. Give them a nice little stretch in as you even out on there. And then roll up to sitting, and let's do our saw. We're going to find that tall spine, so make sure you can be up on your sitting bones, arms out to the side. I'll get out of the way in there. Big inhale in the center. As you exhale, you're going to twist and really wring out that breath, rounding forward. Inhale. Exhale, twist and reach. Good. And as you twist, think of that opposite sitting bone staying really anchored down, wringing out that breath. Inhale every time. It gives us that place in the center to get really tall. You can always bend those knees more if you need to get tall. We'll do one more on each. Almost like you're reaching something with those arms. And then once you're even on there, you can come back to that center and relax. Let's flip to our bellies. Let's go into a little swan. Find your position. We're going to have hands under the shoulders. Legs can be together, a little more traditional. If it feels better on the back to open them up, you can open them up. As you inhale, you're going to roll up into an extension, pressing the hips in, gently arching back, and then exhale to roll back down. Take this what feels good for you. Lengthen and worry more about the length and how high you come up. Feel like your belly muscles are working and even your back muscles. Let's try a few without the hands. Inhale, just rolling up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, that lift. Good. Back to the hands for a few. If you want to add the feet, you could add the feet. So we roll up with that swan, and if you want to float the feet a little bit up, and then exhale to come back down. We'll do one more like that. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale down. We're going to go right to single leg kicks on our belly. Elbows are going to be out in front of us. So make a fist, dig into the mat a little bit. Lift up, do a little gaze ahead and roll the shoulders open. If it's there for you, float those feet an inch or so above the mat, and maybe even the thighs. Right at pace, we're going to inhale, take one leg and do a kick, kick toward your bottom, and then switch, kick, kick. Inhale, kick, kick, exhale, kick, kick. Keep lifting up out of the mat, drawing the belly up and in, trying to keep those hips nice and anchored down. Good, let's do one more on each side. And then we're just gonna sit back and do a little child's pose. Find what feels best for you. If there's another stretch you like other than child's pose, just to round that back out and take a little stretch. We'll do one more, just that nice full breath into the back. And then we're gonna turn over onto our backs and go into a little shoulder bridge. Laying on your back with those legs about hip width apart, arms pressing in. Nice flow on these. As you inhale, you're going to tuck your tail and roll up through the spine, pressing in with those arms. Exhale to roll down, letting the tailbone release at the bottom. We're going to do 5. Inhaling, feet standing firm. Exhale as you roll down. Make sure all 10 toes are pressing in, and that you feel like you're just lengthening out your back as you roll down. We'll do 2 more. Coordinating that breath with your movement. Rolling up and down through the spine. One last one. Big inhale up. Exhale to roll down. We're going to straighten the legs out. Reach the arms overhead. Do a nice little roll up to come up. If you need to bend the knees a little, wherever you need, we're going to come up for spine twist. Take the arms out to the side. Bend the knees as much as you need. So we're going to do legs together on this one. So let's just really bend them. If you can come off the edge, that's great, or just have them nice and bent. Big inhale in the center. Double exhale as we go. Twist, twist a little farther, and then take that time and fill up in the center, and then that twist, twist. Good, that wringing out your breath like you're wringing out a washcloth. Every time nice and tall, and that twist, twist. We're going to do 1 more on each side. 3 and 3. Good, inhaling, and then that twist and twist. Good, and then relaxing those arms. I'm going to have Jeff turn to his side. We're going to do our side leg kick. So today's version, we're going to have that hand on the back of the head. Top one. Yep, good. We're only going to do our kick today. So we're going to take that leg at hip height. Then you get to move a little bit. You get to curl your spine. As you inhale, you're going to kick the leg forward and curl towards it a little. And then as you exhale, point the foot and do a little extension and reach back. Inhale, flex, kick, exhale, point, reach. That's it. Flex, kick, and then that point and stretch the leg. 2 more. Shoot for 5 on these. Inhale, exhale, that little extension back, flex, kick, and point and reach. Bring the leg back. Take a little rest. We're going to just turn right over to the other side and do the same thing on the other side. And show that from the back. Shoulders and hips are lined up, feet to the front, so we have that nice alignment. Top leg right at hip height, or maybe just that smidgen higher. Yep, we'll inhale, do that flex, kick forward, exhale, point, reach back. Reach through that heel, and then maybe point those toes and stretch behind. That's it. So we want to get that nice hip opening as we reach back. We'll do 2 more. 5 on this side, and point. That bottom leg's got to really work to anchor, and then a little rest. Good. Let's turn over onto your back. So I'm going to have Jeff, let's go ahead at this end. And it is teaser time. Alright, we're going to start with legs bent in. And so we'll do this in stages, and you can really find your favorite teaser, but we'll kind of show each version. I'm going to have Jeff bend those legs in towards his chest. Grab the backs of the legs. So you get to hold on your first few teasers. Go for your flow today. As you inhale, tuck the chin, curl up and push your legs out and come up into your balance. Yep. And then exhale to roll back down. You can bend the knees in as you come back down. Inhale, you can always leave your hands there the whole time, or you can reach them ahead and roll down. Maybe you want to come up with the arms beside you. Inhale, curling up. Exhale, that rolling to come back down. Good. 2 more. So Jeff took those legs all the way down and then all the way up, and then reaching all the way back down. We're doing 1 more just like that. Curling up, arms parallel to the legs. Exhale, that rolling as you come back down. Nice. We're going to turn to our bellies and do a little swimming. So stretch the legs behind you, stretch the arms overhead, really plug those shoulders in, hips are anchored. Take a big breath, lift everything up out of the mat, and then we'll swim. Arms and legs opposite of each other, constantly adjusting, lifting and lengthening out of the mat. Good, find that range with those shoulders that feels good for you. We're gonna do one more breath. Keep lifting out of the mat. And then you can take a little rest. Sit back in your child's pose, take a stretch. Round the back out however feels best for you. And take one more big breath on there, and then we're gonna go right into our seal neck. So you're gonna scooch around to the front of your mat. Make sure you have plenty of room to roll behind you. Take the hands and thread them through the middle of the legs if that's there for you. You can do 3 big claps, open and close the legs. 1, 2, 3. Inhale to rock back. Exhale to rock forward, opening and closing those legs. You can always adjust that hand position if you need to have them on top, if that's more comfortable on those shoulders. Nice continual breath on there. We're going to do 2 more. Inhaling to roll back, exhaling as you curl forward, and one last one. And back up. Good. And we're almost done. We're going to end our workout with a Pilates Push Up. I'm going to have Jeff come up on our mat so we can see him hopefully on there, and just scooch back a little bit. One last one to end. So let's just do that Pilates V. Anchor through those legs. Stretch the arms up to the ceiling. Take your time as you roll down. Inhale for half. Curl through your back. Bend those knees if you need. Exhale the second half. Walk out and think of unrolling your spine as you walk out, and you find that perfect plank. 3 nice little tricep presses, inhaling and exhaling, and then walk back in. Tuck your chin, curl your spine as you come in. Take a moment, ground those feet. Arms energized, we'll inhale for half. Exhale, reach up to the ceiling. Take a nice big stretch up. Circle the arms around. Ta-da! And then we are all done. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed your workout. If you want some more information about the studio, you can check us out at www.rivercitypilates.com.